So make sure before going into your game or your competition that you have some punchy, some strong affirmations or mantras for yourself. Every champion, from James LeBron to Coco Gauff, has some pre-game routines. And this is not just superstition. They have some very, very good reasons. It's science, it's focus, it's routine. So how is this with you? Do you also have some good pre-game routines that help you get into the zone and reduce anxiety and nervousness? In case you would like to know a bit more about pre-game routines and why and how they can help you, then this video is for you. In case you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Steven and I help athletes and ambitious people become mentally strong and successful. In case you've been here before, welcome back. So let's first of all dive into the question, why are pre-game rituals actually important? And in which sense do they actually help us? So the first thing that I would say is that they help us find stability. They give us safety. So we feel comfortable and we don't have the feeling that we're gonna miss something or maybe forget something. That's a very, very important point if we want to really focus on our upcoming event, our match, our game, and reach our peak performance. So a good pre-game routine helps us on the one hand side to reduce and minimize negative thoughts and emotions, such as anxiety, pressure, or nervousness. And on the other hand, also to induce the flow state, find and get into a confident mindset, as well as to be focused and concentrated. So tip number one that I would like to share with you regarding a good pre-game routine is a consistent wake-up routine. So ideally you wake up at the same time as you always do. Even though your competition might be not before 1 p.m, so I can sleep longer than usual, but this is not ideal for your biorhythm. And also if you wake up at the same time every morning, let's say, this has a positive impact on your cortisol, on your energy level. So ideally, science says you should actually get out of bed at least 3 to 4 hours before your competition, or ideally at the same time as you always do. So for example, when you get out of bed, usually at 6:30 in the morning, that's your morning routine, let's say, when your alarm rings or you have to get out of bed, then stick to that and wake up and set your alarm for 6:30, even if you might have your competition, as I already said, maybe at 1 p.m. By doing that, you also make sure that you have more than enough time to get ready for the day. So to do your maybe morning routine, have breakfast, do some exercises maybe before you leave the house, get your stuff done, so your preparations and your equipment, and then you're completely actually in balance. You don't have to worry about anything, you won't forget anything, and you'll be on the safe side. Also maybe when you have to travel a little bit longer and you might face a traffic jam, you'll be perfectly on time. In case you would like to know more about good morning routines and habits, please check out this video up here. After getting out of bed, you've done your morning routine. One more thing I would highly recommend is that you prepare yourself mentally for your game or your competition by doing a mind movie. What does that mean, a mind movie? It's nothing else than visualization. So visualize yourself, see and feel yourself being wherever you are going to be later, at the event, at the venue, at the competition. See yourself how you are performing on a very high level. Feel into this. So all you have to do when you want to visualize is close your eyes. Make sure that there's no noise, let's say, ideally around you, or nothing is distracting you. Close your eyes, get into some kind of meditative state, concentrate on your breathing for a few seconds, and then shift your focus to your game, to your competition. See yourself, how you are performing, how you do your things that you need to do in a perfect manner, in a perfect way. Feel into this. Feel the sensation, the joy, your confidence. So everything that you need, your strength maybe also. Feel into this, stay focused on that, and then after 5 to 10 minutes you can open your eyes again, and you will have already prepared in a very professional way for your upcoming competition. By the way, this is science proven that this is going to boost your muscle memory and reduce anxiety. Okay, let's move on to tip number 3. This is nutrition and nutrition timing. So make sure that you eat at least 2 to 3 hours before your upcoming match or game. Make sure that your energy tank gets enough carbs and protein. So this could be, for example, like protein could be chicken, or could be some tuna or some eggs. It could be some cottage cheese, which is great, or some yogurt. On the other hand, some carbs could be fruits, it could be vegetables, it could be rice, maybe even some pasta. Even though I personally, I don't like pasta too much. I always feel a bit sleepy and heavy afterwards. But maybe it's perfect for you. So if you haven't tried it out, try it out. And also let me know in the comment section what you think. What's best for you regarding nutrition before a competition? And as I said already, make sure that you have enough time before your game or your match. So don't eat maybe 15 minutes beforehand, something like that, because you could feel a bit too full and maybe even, as I said with pasta, a bit sleepy. So you need to make sure that you feel light and at the same time that you have enough energy. Then comes another crucial point. It's a dynamic warm-up. So I don't know, I mean, how much time do you usually spend on your warm-up? I know some athletes, to be honest, they don't do a proper warm-up. But I know some other athletes, they take their time, maybe 15 or even something like 30 minutes. So it's up to you what also suits you. But just make sure there's a golden rule. It's not about body only, huh? It needs to be body, mind, and emotions. So you need to find a combination of this. So this could be like some a quick but really short type of stretching, mobilization. This could be a little bit of jogging, some running, so that you start sweating a little bit, so you're really warmed up. You're getting your body activated, but now comes a crucial point. You need to do some brain training on top. So what does that mean? You need to make sure that your hand-eye coordination, that your senses, so your eyes, your ears, that this needs to work 100% by the time you start your competition. Otherwise, you might miss the beginning and then you're almost already on the way to lose your game or your competition, let's say, or you can't perform on a top level, or it takes just too long until you get into your flow or your peak performance state. So you need to make sure that you bring everything together. That means the coordination of arms and legs. It means the senses, so especially usually it's the eyes and the ears, and you need to combine. The third pillar is your brain, of course. So if you get this all together, so body, mind, and emotions in your warm-up, which should be pretty dynamic, then you are really ready also from point number 1 onwards. Another thing you can add to your pre-game routine is, maybe you're doing it already, is add some good music that really pumps you up. But be careful, huh? First of all, make sure that you really like the music, and second, that it brings you in the right mood. Because also from my own experience, I've tried this out as a young tennis player, I tried different sorts of music out, different genres, and I made some very different experiences, because it's so important that you have some kind of neutral state. So you shouldn't feel sleepy, as we said already. Of course, you need some adrenaline if you want to reach your peak performance. But on the other hand, if you listen to some music like heavy metal, for example, or house music, something like that, heavy music, let's say, this might have the effect that your adrenaline goes up like this. And then you're not neutral, and then you won't be able to reach your peak performance. Make sure that it gives you a boost, a positive boost, of course. You need to have get into a positive mood also and be activated at the same time by the music, but neither overactivated nor underactivated. So you need to find a good balance so that you're not jumping around like a crazy a monkey after listening to your music. So you need to make sure that you're in balance. That's all you have to do. The next tip you should bear in mind is positive self-talk. So make sure before going into your game or your competition that you have some punchy, some strong affirmations or mantras for yourself. So this could be something like, I believe 100% in myself. I believe in my skills 100%. This could be, let's dominate, or I've trained for this 1 million times and I know I can do it. Work with these mantras before a competition. Maybe you want to combine it even with your visualization, your mind movie. That's something I can highly recommend. And by the way, you can easily repeat your mind movie just shortly before the game starts. Not only in the morning after getting out of bed, but also shortly before the game starts. Combine it with 1, 2, 3 very strong and positive mantras that you really like and that really light the fire in you. And then you're going to find the way into your, let's say, tunnel. You're going to induce the flow state already before your match has even started. And now it's up to you. I would like to encourage you to create your own pre-game routine and share your routine in the comment section below. And in case you would like to know more about pre-game routines and how you can improve your mental strength, feel free to get in touch with me via the Tidy Care link in the video description below. I wish you all the best for your upcoming matches. Thank you for watching and see you in one of my next videos. Bye.